Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and Zach and I are doing a discussion over Dominion Hinterlands. This is the first discussion that I plan on doing a review over all the Dominion expansions as they come in. I'm currently sitting on Intrigue, Adventures, Prosperity, and Plunder.
Yep.
So this is the first one. This is also only going to be over, like, whenever you get, like, a rule thing.
Right.
They have sets of 10, and, like, they have Hinterlands alone. So here are the cards you can use for
Hinterlands.
Just this expansion.
Yep.
So we're not going to be talking about them mixed with anything else, although I still love the fact that
I love the fact that it exists. I love the fact that, realistically, you can take the randomizer and just play a chaos game of
That's true. Is there a Dominion app random?
No, they have individual cards for each of these decks.
Oh, yeah, you're right. And just shuffle those.
You shuffle and take 10.
Yep, that's right. So, Hinterlands I've played multiple times now, and I think this is probably... I guess I can't really compare them, but if you're going from base game Dominion, and you want something that kind of... You want a feel-good expansion, that's probably Hinterlands.
Yeah, I agree.
The cards that this comes with just... I mean, they're not radically like, whoa! Like, I've never seen a card that does this. But they're still very intriguing, and the synergistic between the set is really cool.
Yeah, I mean... Dominion always feels a little bit engine buildy. Base Dominion, especially for me, feels like I finally build my engine right before the game ends.
Right.
Here, about turn 4, I was like, I got an engine.
Right.
We are rock and roll.
Got my stables.
Yeah.
Because both of us went different routes with the set. So the set we did was Cash, Haggler, Margrave, Nomad Camp, Jack of all trades, Stables, Oasis Develop, Spice Merchant, and Crossroads. Fans of Dominion probably know what those do right off the top of their heads. But we both went kind of different routes in the way that we were building our decks. And both of us still got to, like, pop off on just
all the time.
Action heavy card draw.
Yep.
And at that point, it just kind of came down to, obviously, luck of the draw on who was getting what. A strategy I tried way early on was trashing estates to see if that worked. It didn't, but it wasn't a blowout.
No,
it was funny enough. It was 4 points, and funny enough, the difference was you bought one estate and then you kept your 3. So it's like, damn it, I lost. I would have lost if I even had those by 1.
Right.
But still, it felt good. Like I wasn't sitting here like, oh my god, that was a mistake.
And honestly, I didn't know, like, again, I didn't feel like during the games, like, I can't remember if you bought one more province than I did.
That's how I was too. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know.
I was like, yeah, because you bought the first province. I almost got one real quick.
Right.
But the Oasis makes you discard a card, and I'm like, no.
Right.
But yeah, I was like, so you bought the first one, and I think I must have caught up. Yeah, I think I caught up. But then I was going for duchies.
Yeah.
I had like a lot of duchies, so it was kind of like my plan and my hope was to actually buy all the duchies out with the thinner deck. But I think you end up getting one duchy as well.
Yeah, I went super stable heavy, and so I went to cash first because it gave me the extra 2 treasures, and I was like, okay, once I have those extra treasures, now my stables are worth so much more.
Right.
So let's pump it. And then I actually started going some crossroads once I started buying stuff, because like, oh, it's just more card draw. Like, the whole problem is like, oh, I have so many, estates in my hand, or victory cards in my hand. Mm-hmm. And it's like, but the crossroad allows me to draw past those. So basically, every one that I have, I don't care. It's a blank card. Yeah. It's another card draw, plus 3 extra actions. Like, okay.
And that probably hurt me, too, because I got rid of those, so crossroads I couldn't go for.
It's allowed me to pop off a little bit more,
yeah,
too.
I think I popped off with, obviously, the more trashing treasures, so I had like a treasure engine going.
You did have a treasure engine going.
Where it's just like,
me.
I'm like, I don't care about silver, just keep trashing that, and I'm going to get another one anyway.
Right.
But it's really cool, especially with this particular setup, that you get, like, because a lot of times is whenever you have a hand of action cards, but none of them give you extra actions, it's like, ugh, that sucks. You get to play one of those.
Right.
With the Hinterlands, it's like, Oh, no, they pretty much all give you extra actions,
Yeah.
and they all give you extra draw, so there's a lot of, like, you weed through your deck really quick, and you're not hesitant to trash stuff.
Not hesitant to trash stuff. I felt there was a lot of synergy with these individual cards, so, like, yes, the cash is going to give you 2 extra coppers.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a problem if you're going to go trash a treasure or discard a treasure to do extra stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, the cash alone is a better gold, because it's 3 for 3, but it costs 1 less, and you get 2 copper on top of that.
Right.
Like, if you can get the cash, and then with those 2 extra copper, have 2 spice merchants in your hand, you get both benefits.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I get to draw 2 cards and play another spice merchant and get an extra buy and extra money.
Right.
I guess it equates to being... No, actually, you come out 1 gold ahead.
You come out 1 gold ahead, and you get more buys. So then you can refill all the coppers. So even if you don't use those buys for anything but refilling the coppers, you now have more money than you had to begin with to go do other things.
Exactly. And, like, I know in the base game of Dominion... it's not going to tell me what the cards do in there, but there's a base game Dominion card that is kind of similar to the Oasis, but I think it's more expensive. The Oasis is still really good, though. You get an extra draw, extra action, extra coin, and discard a card. Oh, I have a province in my hand. Who cares?
Right. Because if you don't have the crossroads to play off the provinces, then who cares?
Did you ever get a Jack of all trades?
Nope.
I don't think you did. I never went Nomad either.
Right.
That was our starting differentiating. You went Nomad, and I did Jack of all trades, and that's kind of...
Yeah, the Nomad was fine, because, again, it got put back on top of your deck, so you knew you were going to get it for the next round.
That is really good.
But honestly, the path I was going on, it probably didn't help me as much as getting the... I should have gone for the Spice Merchant for my first poll.
Yeah.
Because
Funny enough, I think...
it would have been longer-term benefits.
I almost feel like both of our strategies, like... No, Jack of all trades helped me out quite a bit, yeah.
Jack of all trades was... Because yours was a trash engine, so it
Yeah.
was gain stuff and trash it almost immediately. Mine was, I just want tons of coppers to fund every action card that I'm playing.
Yeah, all your coppers just pay for the stables and then just extra
And the
actions.
Spice Merchants, and just pump it through, and then have enough card draw that when I draw a Crossroads, I have all of these victory cards that are also then drawing me cards and giving me enough actions to just play everything else that I want.
Develop, I kind of overlooked. I got one, but I was using it with silver, and it's like, what would have been great is you get the cash, and then Develop lets you buy a province. No, province is 8.
But you get the cash, you can upgrade it to gold, and then get a level 4 card like a Jack of all trades.
That's true.
So to me...
That's true, yeah, because then that would be...
It would net you 2 coppers with that. And realistically...
Actually, you come out with 4 money ahead, right? Because you'd have the 2 coppers from that, and then get a Jack of all trades, which would then get you a silver.
Right. No, honestly, that's where I think that's the
probably
path
in
to
this
go
particular
to.
setup. Develop, I can see being really good in other
huge
sets. Yeah,
huge sets are going to be good.
Yeah. And what's nice, here's the thing about Dominion. I know we mentioned in our discussion previously, but the attack cards just never feel like you're being an asshole.
No,
like
not
especially because
really.
last time I played this was with 3, so the Margrave coming through, like you didn't get sandbagged on. Like if I play the Margrave, then everyone has to discard down to 3. If you play a Margrave, the person going last, well, they already have 3 cards.
Right.
So in fact, you're probably helping them because they might draw a card that's like, oh, perfect.
That's better than one of the 3 cards they have in their hand.
Exactly.
Yep.
But on top of that, you get to draw 3.
Yes.
With that, actually, yeah, there were a lot of draw 3s.
There were a lot of draw 3s.
At least I felt. I mean, I guess there's only 2 to buy, but like whenever you're stacking stables on top of Margraves and just constantly drawing,
and stacking stables,
so many
stables,
so many
stables.
times did you just?
I think I hit 3 or 4 stables in one
God,
round.
and I was like, Jesus Christ, are you even shuffling? And it was funny because I think the one big turn you had, I think you got enough to get a province, but it was like all of that work, and you're like, province.
Yeah.
It's like, that's it.
Well, again, that's where I felt like my engine was a little bit kind of on the flip side of rough, is it's all copper.
Right.
So every dollar that I'm doing, it's just copper. So I am going through my deck super quickly. Like I was real, and this is probably the fastest I've gone through. My deck's not thin, and it was basically maybe 2 turns.
I think your deck ended up being thinner than mine. Oh well, you have your.
I have some
your
cards
out. Yeah.
But basically every 2 turns, I went through my entire deck.
You did, yeah. On top of the Margrave causing people to also draw.
So it was and that's where I like Dominion. Is where I'm just like blazing through a deck. Yes, it's super cheap. Nothing's super valuable. But I didn't feel like I had enough time to go get more golds or spend the 5 coins on cash, just because at that point I needed points.
Yep.
And so 5 coins was better to go get a duchy than it was to go get the cash.
Yeah. In this particular game, I actually had 1 more copper than silver. I didn't have any gold. I didn't go for the cash either.
I don't even know.
But the last time I played this with this particular set, when I was first learning Hinterlands, the cash was a viable option.
Oh, yeah.
Turn 1 you theoretically could have 5 coins.
Yeah.
So then you buy a cash and then you're already ahead.
Yeah.
So the odds of you having more money, it's just cool. Like, it's such a simple premise.
Yep.
Of all it does is really manipulate treasure.
Yeah.
A little bit more. Instead of them being just extra cards, now they're used for stuff. You're spending money on these.
And now coppers are kind of valuable.
Yeah.
They're not, because by mid-game, coppers start becoming a little bit more just kind of placeholders.
Yeah.
Taking up space in your deck. In this one, I felt like, again, I went on the strategy, coppers were my lifeblood.
Yep.
So, it felt good.
Yeah. I agree. I enjoy this expansion a lot. Obviously, we're not talking about any of the other cards that are in there. This is just more for thoughts on just kind of what the Hinterlands brings to the table.
Yep.
It'd be impossible to do a review and be like, we have to test out every single...
we have to
do all 10 of these to really feel it out. Oh, but then we also need to do the randomizers. It's like, that's not happening.
Yeah, that's not happening.
So yeah, if you're looking for... If you have base Dominion and you want something that's kind of the same vein but still different, giving you more options, Hinterlands is a really good one to start out with.
Yep.
Eventually, I'll play all the other expansions and then rank them.
And then never play the same game in Dominion twice.
Oh, exactly. Even just the set alone, felt different.
Yeah.
I guess it felt the same because I knew exactly what this set did.
It's still Dominion.
But it was still rewarding each time. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you giving Hinterlands?
8.
8. That is also where I'm at. That could go up. Obviously, playing more of the sets, combining them with stuff, but as kind of what it's like, here's what I bring.
Right.
I think it's extremely solid.
Yeah.
So that's our thoughts on Hinterlands, the expansion for Dominion. Let us know what you think of the expansion in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.